Hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Roberts. I am your vocal empowerment coach, and I'm excited to welcome you to my community where you will be supported with resources to step into your fullest power by learning to optimize your voice. For over 2 decades, I have helped hundreds of singers, actors, public speakers, and everyday conversationalists just like you learn how to use their voice and body to communicate with clarity, power, and expression. And I am passionate about bringing the vocally empowered method to women who are growing into their best selves. My bigger mission is elevating women's voices everywhere, helping women to be heard, and helping women to express the dynamic, brilliant people that they are inside. In today's video, we are exploring part 4 of a mini series called How to Speak with Confidence. If you didn't catch parts 1, 2, or 3 yet, you will find those linked below in the description. And I highly recommend watching those first to set the foundation for what we're going to be able to do here today in part 4. This mini series is using my 4-part method towards creating vocal confidence. And that method includes beliefs, skills, preparation, and reflection. So let's dive in. In part 4, we are going to be reflecting, which is a critical element to deeply learning anything new and really seeing it integrate into your life and create behavior change. In our case, reflection will include summarizing what we've learned in this mini-series, integrating those concepts into daily, sustainable actions, and evaluating our progress thus far into our goals as a confident speaker, and celebrating the small wins we've already had in this short YouTube series. So let's get started by summarizing what we've introduced in parts 1, 2, and 3 of this mini-series. We've created some new beliefs around liking your voice and exuding that energy out so that others are magnetized to it. We've explored vocal tone traits that you currently have with the natural voice you've been born with, and we've discussed how important it is to stay true to your natural tone so that others can feel the congruence and interpret that as confidence. We've prepared you for working gradually towards a higher stakes speaking opportunity using the exposure ladder exercise, and you have followed that up by putting the practice time in on your own using your exposure ladder. So now let's explore some ways that you could integrate some of this learning into your daily life. Integration is the essential element that makes a key difference from, oh, I listened to this great YouTube mini-series and I learned some cool things, versus I learned some new things and I saw those things make a real impact on my life. So when you think about videos 1, 2, and 3 of the series, which parts or exercises really stood out to you? Which areas did you feel most drawn to immediately practice or listen to again? Which parts made you the most uncomfortable or stretched you out of your comfort zone? Those parts that stretched you or interested you most are the ones that I would suggest integrating by going back to those parts and finding one simple way that you can incorporate that into your daily or weekly ongoing habits. Keep this simple. Keep it short, and don't make any grandiose promises to yourself about habits that you know you can't keep. Just choose one daily or weekly action that will help you to practice that thing. For example, let's pretend I was drawn most to the diction part of video 2, and I found that I was really challenged by speaking up with clear diction. So I would choose to integrate that into a simple habit by choosing one person per day that I would commit to speaking with more clear vowels and consonants. Maybe on Monday, I would plan to use really strong diction when I talk to my husband in the morning. And then on Tuesday, I'll do that when I talk to my boss during our meeting. And then on Wednesday, I'll practice it with the waiter who serves me lunch, and so on. There are no right answers here. Everyone's way of integrating is going to be a little different based on their unique situation. And we want this to be sustainable and easy and fun for you so that it sticks. Our next reflection activity is to look back here at what we have covered in this 4-part mini-series And notice what you have grown into already, just in the short time of watching these videos. When you consider your vocal knowledge, vocabulary, and skills before you watched this series, how have you already changed and expanded as an empowered vocalist already? Let's do a quick self-evaluation in the following categories, and I'll prompt you with some questions. In terms of the beliefs that you held about your voice before and after watching these videos, what has changed or how have you grown? In terms of your understanding of what vocal tone is and the vocabulary around that, what new concepts are you aware of that you didn't know before? In terms of using your range, the high and low of your voice, how much did you notice or consider that prior to and after watching these videos? In terms of how you use speaking volume, the loud and quiet, how much were you aware of that and how appropriately were you matching to your spaces then and now? In terms of diction and clearly pronouncing your words, how much were you aware of that and how much were you using that before and after? In terms of how you understood that preparation is a key tool to creating confidence and avoiding anxiety, how has your ability to prepare changed? And is there any other area of your voice that you've noticed a greater awareness or a big epiphany during these videos? I'm going to bet that during these questions, you noticed a couple of things that you've already experienced some growth just by listening and becoming aware of these concepts, even if you hadn't had a chance yet to start practicing them. What are those areas? Call them out now and give yourself a pat on the back. Really celebrate yourself for trying something new, keeping an open mind, and pushing yourself to grow past your limits as a speaker. Celebration is an essential element to our learning process. Our brains are wired to learn from rewards and will store information better into long-term memory when a reward is involved. So in my larger courses and programs, I always like to give a short exercise on creating a reward for yourself. So if you'd like to implement that strategy here, I encourage you to do so. This concludes part 4 and the final section of my video series on how to speak with confidence. If you got a lot out of this video today, please do me a favor and like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel to grow and it allows me to continue making valuable content for you to keep growing and learning. Also, if you have watched this video series all the way through and you are really resonating with this method, I'd like to personally invite you to apply for my mastermind program called Vocally Empowered, which is a 6-month course and a live coaching combination program dedicated to going much, much deeper on the transformation from a passive or reactive communicator into someone who steps fully into their vocal power and learns how to harness the incredible qualities of the voice as a tool to connect in relationships, to develop a more authentic sense of self, to excel at work in professional situations, and so much more. So if you know that you have dynamic things to say, but often you find yourself tongue-tied or uncomfortable in conversations without a clear strategy, you will love this program. Vocally Empowered is such an amazing course, and I have seen clients undergo incredible transformations into the people that they know they are meant to be, into more authentic versions of themselves, into people who say what is on their mind and they get results. So you will find the Vocally Empowered program and a few other offerings if you head to my website at www.erinroberts.co. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.